Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome to another Call of Duty video. As you guys probably already know, everyone who's watching this video, Black Ops 4, the next Call of Duty game, the next edition of Treyarch's Black Ops series, releases on October 12th, which is in literally under 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks from the time that I'm making this video. And I am going to be uploading Black Ops 4 to my channel, of course, as soon as that game comes out. Going to be covering everything you guys need to know about that. Best class setups, news. I'm going to get the channel running back to full force for that. So what I have right now is I'm going to be doing a series leading up to Black Ops 4, because as of right now, of course, everyone's sort of just waiting for the next Call of Duty game. So I'm going to go back and be uploading older Call of Duty games just for these 2 weeks leading up, and basically I'm going to be doing commentaries and talking about the game. So what I want you guys to do is let me know in the comment section down below which other games do you want me to talk about. I probably am going to do Infinite Warfare, going to do Black Ops 3, probably Black Ops 2, some other ones. So let me know that down in the comment section down below. And I figured, why not start off by a World War II, not World at War, a World War II one, because of course that was our latest Call of Duty game, and this was a game that I did play quite a bit, and of course I wasn't uploading as regularly towards the end, which is why I want to get my channel back into full swing for Black Ops 4, because that is a game that I'm very, very excited about, and let's talk about it today. So if you guys could drop a like on this video, I would appreciate that. You guys who still support me, I really, really do appreciate it, and I promise you guys, come Black Ops 4, there's going to be a lot of content, and I'm just very excited about that game. I mean, you guys know what I do when a new Call of Duty game comes out. I cover pretty much everything to do with it, and class setups is probably my main niche and tips and tricks. So if you guys could smack a like on this video, I really do appreciate you guys supporting. Let's go for 805 likes, smack that like button, and yeah, so that's sort of an update on what's happening with the channel, what you can expect for this next week or two, and then of course when Black Ops 4 comes out, that's when content will be going full force, pretty much full-time content over here on the channel. So let's talk about it. Call of Duty World War II. Now this game was kind of interesting, and in these videos I'm going to reflect back and sort of give my opinion as of the date, you know, late 2018, on what I think about these games. Now, of course, World War II was, when it was first announced, it was very exciting, right? This was a boots on the ground game. Everyone loved it was going to be boots on the ground, especially coming off of Infinite Warfare, and, you know, we had we had Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare, which were all futuristic games. So I think everyone was just excited to get something that was more of a boots on the ground sort of game. And I think that this game had a huge advantage going in, and that's probably why that first month or two was actually so successful. While a lot of people didn't like the game off the start, it was super successful, like sales-wise and stuff like that, because the marketing plan was very smart. Boots on the ground and a different sort of style. Now, what I think about this game is there's some good things and there's some bad things, which is in every single Call of Duty game, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, in this game, the thing that I really did like was the guns. I do think that this game did have a good variety of guns, and the variance was very, very smart to do. I think where this game messed up was sort of how they did their releases, which what I mean by that is the difference between Treyarch. I think we could, maybe not everyone would agree, but I think as of right now, Treyarch is probably the best designer as of this current state in Call of Duty. And the reason for me saying that is that the last game from Infinity Ward, which is Infinite Warfare, and Sledgehammer Games, which is World War II, these games, when they were released sort of incomplete, especially thinking about World War II with it, you know, with the issue of World War II with the maps, you know, only having a certain amount of maps, which is just not the way it should go. I mean, we see with Black Ops 4, that game is going to have more maps, plus a Blackout version, plus a Zombies version. You know, they're not having a campaign this year, but you can see how much effort Treyarch puts in, and when Treyarch puts out those games, they are usually fully complete. And not to say that this game was bad. When I first got this game, I was loving it. I was playing it all day, every day pretty much. I was having such a good time, and the maps were an issue because there just wasn't that many of them, and out of how many there were, probably about half of them were good. So that's why you would just see the same sort of maps replayed over and over and over, which is sort of an issue I think that comes across on a lot of Call of Duty games, and that was my first issue with this. The guns I had no problem with. The guns and the boots on the ground, I really did love World War II for that, and I honestly had a lot of fun on this game, but it's hard. The replayability on this game was not as much as another game because of the fact that those maps were just so basic and were so limited. Of course, you could get map packs, but then you're going to be ending up partying up with different lobbies, and you're going to be with more try-hard players and harder to find different lobbies and stuff like that. So that was something I would say there, as well as the kill streaks. I thought they could have gone way harder with the kill streaks in this game, and I really think that those were two things that held this back. Now, to give, those are sort of my negatives on this game, but this was a really good game. And as far as positives go, it's probably the amount of updates. This might have been the most amount of updates other than Black Ops 3, which Black Ops 3 literally had like a 3-year life cycle, and it's still going. You know, people are, even after Black Ops 4 comes out, people are still going to play Black Ops 3. But with this game, I think that its negative was that everyone was down and was ready to play this game come November, December, but they released it kind of incomplete, and by the time the game felt complete with releases, it was already summertime, and we were already getting teased for Black Ops 4. So I really think that on this 3-year cycle, and if you guys don't know, Call of Duty used to work on a 2-year cycle, right? It used to be Infinity Ward and Treyarch, and by adding Sledgehammer Games as that third developer, you would think 3 years to complete a game, everything should be fully ready when it comes out, and I thought that really was a problem, and it just seemed like they were getting lazy on gameplay and completion aspects in order to complete more stuff that makes the money with supply drops and different stuff like that, which can become an issue with a video game and with the company as a fan base. That's something that people are a bit worried about with Fortnite as of right now. But I really think that the updates they did with this game and adding different perks, adding different weapons, they were good. Me personally, I didn't like the event sort of. Well, the event was okay. I think that honestly, for the supply drop system in this game, it was done all right. There was a period there, though, once again, with it being incompleted. This game in this state right now is actually a really good game. There's specialists, well, there's the perk, which will allow you to get specialists. The kill streaks are decently good because of different things like blitzkrieg and stuff like that. But like I'm telling you, it took till like summer to get this game into a finished state, when the audience base by that time had already, moved on to different games or was back on Black Ops 3. A lot of people, because people had given the game a chance when it was just a completely different game. Now, I did think that the updates were great, but I think that a game needs to come out fully complete. And I think that's what we're probably going to be getting with Black Ops 4, just based off of Treyarch's past record. Now, for the supply drop system in this game, because that's something that we need to talk about, because it's going to be in pretty much every game, or even if it's not a supply drop system, some sort of system for them making money off of cosmetics. You see it in Fortnite, you see it in League of Legends, you see it in any game, and of course those are free games, but Call of Duty sort of doubles down with charging the $60 plus the cosmetics, which can sort of, leave a sour taste in people's mouths sometimes. But I think that that was one of the issues with this game. The supply drop system in this game, it was pretty good, honestly. If you did play the game, you could earn drops, and that is always something with me that, like, I like games where if people that play the game, and I know there were some people, I was watching a streamer on Infinite Warfare like a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever, and he said that he had every item in the game and he didn't spend a penny on supply drops, just because he literally grinded and played all day every day. And I think you should have the option to do that. Of course, you should be able to purchase things, and of course these companies need to make their money for making these games, but at the same time, I think that having the option to earn things is really, really cool. And the supply drop system in this game, I thought, was actually pretty decent, and there was a bunch of cool things. I just honestly think that this, with supply drops, they drown them out with just so much BS. They did the same thing with Infinite Warfare with like 600 just bad camos they threw in, and like emblems and calling cards, things that people didn't really care about as much. And I think they did the same thing with this game. But overall, what I would say about World War II is honestly the core gameplay of this game is some of Call of Duty's best, but just the complete product around it really wasn't there. I did think for competitive, this game was okay. Of course, they did have with their ranked play just so many issues with that as well. I did think that the ranked play system just didn't make any sense as well, with how much points you would go up and down. It seemed like it would be too much of a grind to try to rank that up, because I was excited for that when it came out, and that turned out to be sort of a disappointment in my eye, because it was one where there's a bunch of different glitches with it, and just ranking up, I thought, and that was a little bit too difficult, especially when of course you're going to get random teammates, and if you want to, of course you can get past that and get to a higher rank where you're going to get people that are good players, but that's going to take you a lot and hours and hours and days of grinding. But overall, this was a fun game for me. Me personally, my favorite thing and my best memories of this game will be running around with an SMG like this with the grease gun and just slapping people up. I really did like that. Of course, V2 rockets was also a good thing that they had in this game, which is honestly, if we're going to say, or I'm going to say Treyarch is the the best developer. One thing that Treyarch doesn't do is they don't have chem strikes. They don't have V2 rockets. They just have nuclears, which is not even close to the same effect. So I will say that a positive on a V2 rocket. And overall, I did think this game was good. I just felt like it didn't feel complete when it came out, and it felt like we were always waiting for the next update, and saying, oh, the next update will fix everything. The next update will fix everything. But the gameplay aspect, I really did enjoy it. I found that it was fast-paced. I found that even though you didn't have those best kill streaks in this game, you could still get a lot of kills run and gun, which is a style that I like, and I really, I did enjoy this game overall, but I just thought that, the strategy going into the release and was a big thing that turned a lot of people off and away from this game and towards other ones. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. World War II was a fun game. It was one that I loved to run and gun in, and yeah, that's the first episode. Let me know which game you want to see me talk about next. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and yeah, I'm excited for Black Ops 4, excited to make more videos. Thank you guys for all the support. Have a great night. I'm out. Peace.